Well, we have been joined by Mr. Arun Maya. He's the president and CEO of Embraer Commercial. So many thanks for speaking to NDTV Profit. You are finally entering India and you're going to set up a finally assembly line along with the Adani group. Could you tell us more about it? Why did you choose this group and what is the timing of your entry to India?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. Very pleased to tell a little bit more about what we're doing in India. We have partnered with Adani. We have set up an MOU for now, so there's a lot of work to be done. And Adani for us was a very logical choice as being the biggest company in India with the biggest commercial aviation eco footprint here in India, both from a flight training, both from an MRO, and both from an airport perspective. So we're very much looking forward. On the timelines, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. So we hope in a period ahead of us to be able to give more details. But we're very pleased with the partnership.
Right. So if we look at the aviation landscape in India, it is clearly evolving. Our airlines have ordered planes from Airbus and Boeing majorly. As far as your company's presence in India is concerned, it is restricted to a very few. So what are you going to do to get more customers in India?
Well, if you look at India, I think the first and foremost goal was to get connectivity established. So that's why the narrow body played a natural role. They need a lot of those aircraft. I think the next step for India is really to connect deeper into India to secondary and tertiary airports. To do that, you need a smaller aircraft to make that work. Now, we have the ATRs flying in India. They're ideal for short range operations, and that's where they're being used. But also that's where they find competition from railroad. If we want to connect really India throughout, we need different sizes of aircraft, and we believe that with the 175 E1 on the lower end and with the 190 and 195 E2 on the higher end, we have the perfect complement to those bigger narrow bodies. And we're talking to many of the airlines here, and I believe there's a very, very good market. We see a market at India for at least 300 aircraft in the next 10 years, up to more than 500 aircraft in the next 20 years.
So what can the government do from its end to push regional air connectivity?
Well, I think the government, we're working very closely with the government, right? So this is a move strongly endorsed with the ministry. We're very pleased that the minister took personal time with the Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of Commercial Aviation to announce the deal. It is a total ecosystem that needs to come together, right? So it takes us to build the aircraft, it takes the airlines to take them, and of course the government is very much available to see how they can help. They already have the UDAN scheme, which has announced that will be extended for the segment, and we'll have to look at what further adjustments might be needed. But I think one thing's for sure, all the parties have the vision that if you really want to develop the total country of India, you need to get connectivity into the smaller regions and to make flying available for everyone in the country. And I think that's the objective. There's several steps that need to be taken, but we're very pleased that it seems like the stars are aligning and everyone has the same objective.
So in terms of investing in India, and I'm not talking about in terms of financial investment, but besides that, soft skill training or, hiring more Indian engineers. So what is your plan of increasing the Indian headcount in your company?
Well, we expect, if this all comes together, that we create 50,000 jobs. So it's a major undertaking. Of course, not everyone will be working on the assembly line, but if we take both the setup of a potential assembly line plus the indigenous provisioning, we want to set up also local supply. We see a great future. Exact amounts we can't share at this point. As I said, this was an MOU level. There's a lot of work to be done. But in terms of rough numbers, that's what we're talking about.
So very lastly, we are seeing that while India has over 1,500 aircraft on order, but the major pain point for the airlines is the supply chain constraint, which is leading to delays in delivery of aircraft. Yep. So, for example, if you get, say, a couple of more customers in India, what will be Embraer's delivery timeline to probable customers?
Well, it will take some years to get the assembly line into place, right? We will also make sure that we get the appropriate flight simulator capacity, that we will have the MRO capacity. We already have a good footprint here in Asia, but normally what we see is if we bring the aircraft, the market will follow as well. Of course, Adani being a partner in both of those elements, both flight training and MRO, we think together, airports, MRO, flight training, and from us building the aircraft and the service and support of those planes, I think we have a great symbiotic partnership that could bring a lot of value to the country.